Let's get you our top story that we are following very, very closely, and that's Cyclone Michaung. 8 people have died in rain-related incidents in Chennai. Do remember the weather system is still at sea. It's brewing at sea due to its close proximity with sea. It's bringing about very heavy rainfall in the last 24 hours alone in Chennai, which is why it's led to severe inundation. It has caused 8 people to die. The power supply has been snapped. Internet services are down. Rail and air traffic has been impacted. The airport was shut till about 9 o'clock this morning. Airport operations have been resumed since 9 o'clock this morning. But when we talk about the location of the storm, it's about 25 kilometers away from Nellore. It's in fact making its way towards Bapatla, that is between Nellore and this is between Nellore and Machilapatnam, where it's exactly the location where that landfall is expected to take place anytime now between now and noon. It'll take about 2 to 3 hours for that weather system to cross the coastline eventually and move over. Once it impacts the state of Andhra Pradesh, do remember it has the longest coastline in the country, and it has about 5.5 million people who live within the 5-kilometer radius as far as the coastline is concerned. So 5.5 million people to be impacted. 12,000 fishermen have already been shifted to relief camps. This is in the Krishna district. Remember, Krishna district and Guntur district are the ones that are going to be impacted the most. Bapatla is in the Guntur district. When we talk about its exact location as far as the storm is concerned, let's get you the exact location at the moment. This storm is in fact brewing at sea. It's going to get about a wind speed of 110 kmph. It is about 40 kilometers away from Kavali. It is about 80 kilometers from Nellore and about 80 kilometers from Bapatla. Bapatla is exactly where the impact will be felt the most, and about 140 kilometers away from Machilapatnam. So the impact will be felt the most as far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned. Very heavy showers expected there, as well as the impact will not just be there, but also a red alert warning has been issued for Telangana. An orange category alert has been issued for Odisha. So very heavy showers there. Light to moderate rain will continue in Rayalaseema. Do remember there was a rain red alert in Rayalaseema, in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. In Puducherry, section 144 has been imposed till about 6 o'clock in the evening. When we talk about the storm surge, it's going to be about 1.5 meters in height, and that is going to cause a lot of destruction when it comes to the coastline. Do remember this is the first cyclone that's going to cross the coastline of Andhra Pradesh. We've seen about 60 cyclones in the last 50 years, and in the recent times we're seeing more and more cyclones. Frequency has increased when it comes to the coastline of Andhra Pradesh in the recent past. The fishermen have been advised not to venture into the sea. The sea condition is extremely rough. The kind of damage we can expect would be to thatched houses and huts. The rooftops may blow off. Unattached metal sheets may fly. The possibility of damage to vulnerable structure, breaking of trees, uprootment of those trees, impact to crops as well as pakka and kacha roads. Of course, inundation is going to lead to more destruction in the area. When we talk about the Met Office, they have said that it rained about 250 millimeters in the airport area of Chennai yesterday. But when we talk about the kind of rainfall that we're expecting in Andhra Pradesh today, is going to be a whole lot more. So let's take into account the kind of rainfall we are expecting in the state of Andhra Pradesh. 300 to 400 millimeters. Do remember, during the northeast monsoon, which is prevailing in the area of Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, these are the areas that benefit from the northeast monsoon, as they don't gain primarily from the southwest monsoon. It's a rain shadow area. So when we talk about the northeast monsoon, this is where the rain belt depends on the northeast monsoon, and 10 to 12 millimeters of rainfall on a given day during this monsoon session, of course, is considered normal. But when we talk about the kind of rainfall that we're expecting now in Andhra Pradesh, more than what we've seen in Tamil Nadu, and the impact of it will be felt in other areas as well, like I mentioned. So we've spoken about 250 millimeters of rainfall in Meenambakam, 188 millimeters till about 8:30 this morning. So what we saw between day before and yesterday morning was 250, but 188 millimeters from yesterday morning 8:30. But in Nangambakam, it's rained more. 238 millimeters has been recorded in the course of the last 24 hours. Heavy to very heavy showers expected in this area. Let's just get you a sense of the amount of rainfall that has been recorded in Nellore. 218 millimeters already. When we talk about Machilapatnam, which is also an area of concern, 157 millimeters has already been recorded. So Bapatla, where that is the exact point where the weather system will meet the land. It is going to hit the land and it will impact Bapatla the most. 220 millimeters of rainfall has been received in that particular area of the Guntur district, 222 millimeters in Bapatla. Let's just go across to Pratibha, who's joining us on the phone line. Pratibha, get us a sense of the kind of rainfall that has been received over the course of the morning. What kind of rainfall are we expecting? We do know Bapatla is the area of concern, but adjoining areas will see the impact as well. We've seen, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, Chennai, it's rained so much over the last 48 hours, but they're saying in Andhra Pradesh it's expected to rain even more.
That's right. In fact, the landfall is expected anytime now between around 11 and 12 is what they say. And I'm at Machilipatnam, which is very close to Bapatla district where the landfall is expected. And right since yesterday evening, we have been seeing incessant rains in and around these districts. And heavy to very heavy rains are predicted. Already Machilipatnam has witnessed a lot of waterlogging in many pockets of this place. And I'm at the collector's office. In a short while from now, we will be getting information from the collector's office in terms of the rain situation in Machilipatnam as well as the neighboring districts. But according to him, the information that we picked up is that precautionary measures are being undertaken, especially after what Tamil Nadu has witnessed, because they are expecting a severe cyclonic storm is what they've termed this, and this can do potential damage to the trees as well as the roads. It has a lot of power in it because we're talking about 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. That is the wind speed at the center of the storm. And the storm right now is around 150 to 160 kilometers from here. It is well on track. Anytime now it is expected to make its movement towards Bapatla district where the landfall is expected. Around 118 or 181 relief camps have been set up in and around the coastal regions of Andhra Pradesh. Around 8 districts in this region are all issued red alert, and all the fishermen as well as farmers have been asked not to venture into the sea. People in the low-lying areas, around 8,000 of them at least, have been shifted to all of these relief camps. Food, water, as well as medical facilities have already been arranged. Blankets have been provided to all of them. So these are the kind of precautionary measures that have been undertaken. But after the landfall, the impact will last at least for about 2 hours, and it's only after that the assessment of the damage can be done. But for now, NDRF teams as well as SDRF teams have been put on alert, and the situation is being tightly monitored.
Relief camps, Pratibha, have been set up in order to help in the rescue and relief operations. When we're talking about, that storm surge of 1.5 meters, we're talking about winds gusting to about 110 kmph. The kind of rainfall that we're expecting could be to the tune of 30 to 40 centimeters.
That's right. In fact, already we have been witnessing around 150 millimeter rainfall right since last evening at Machilipatnam, and we are talking about over 200 to 250 millimeter rainfall recorded at Bapatla region. But this is just for now. Once the storm hits or makes landfall, that is when we will expect heavy to very heavy rainfalls, which will last for several hours together. And it's only in the evening that the rains would recede. And we're talking about this landfall that is expected to last for about 2 hours, and then the cyclonic storm will slowly recede in terms of its phase. It will reduce into a depression and then slowly fade away, and that will take quite some time because the cyclonic storm will keep moving from Bapatla towards Vizag is what we hear, and that's the track that they have been monitoring in real time, of course, by the Andhra Pradesh State Disaster Management Authority, and they've been working in shifts right through the night as well as in the morning, 3 shifts right around so that they can monitor the situation and ensure that people are brought to safety. And right now there are 3 helplines that have been issued by the Andhra Pradesh State Disaster Management Authority, and repeated calls that have been received by them to ensure that all of them are put to safe zones, and especially people in the low-lying areas areas. The CM has already issued red alerts and asked people to remain indoors. And in fact, if you see the area in and around here, it is quite deserted because everybody has been asked to stay indoors. A lot of waterlogging that we expected. We are right now at the collector's office, which is in fact in a safer zone. But then as we travelled from Vijayawada to Machilipatnam, very heavy rains and incessant rains that were witnessed right through last evening, and several roads were also inundated. So that's the situation that we bring to you from Andhra Pradesh. What kind of potential damage it can do to Andhra Pradesh? Well, the good news is that Andhra Pradesh is already prone to cyclones, and at least around 4 cyclones are expected every year. So in that manner, yes, people have gained a lot of experience in terms of managing cyclonic storms. In fact, a lot of them did mention, the weather experts did mention, that this particular cyclonic storm, initially they thought that it would veer off coast and it wouldn't really get into the Andhra Pradesh coast at all, and that its impact would be very, very minimal. But it's only now that they realize the actual potential of this severe cyclonic storm, and we'll have to wait and see the kind of damage that it can potentially achieve in Andhra Pradesh, and post that the assessment will be done and damage control activities is what people will get into here.